We're almost 1 month into the 2015 legislative session. What are one or two things that you've enjoyed most about being a legislator thus far?
I think what I've enjoyed most is the people, and the entire process. It's such an experience, such a learning process, and the people here are just incredible. They're just everybody is so into it. They respect the institution and they're working hard. From the R's to the D's, everybody's on board.
You have a couple of bills coming up soon for hearing. What are those bills?
Well, we have one couple tomorrow. One of them is an act relating to the municipal procurement of water and wastewater systems. It actually is going to be rewritten today into a substitute bill. And then I have another one that is coming up. It has to do with removing irrigation ditches from the Shoreline Management Act. And that's tomorrow. And then on Wednesday, my bill on the aircraft excise tax will come up in House Appropriations Committee for a hearing.
You serve as the assistant ranking member on the Agriculture and Natural Resources Committee. Agriculture is one of the primary issues in the 13th District. What are some of the main issues that have been coming up in committee?
Probably the most important issues are the Department of Natural Resources and our fire issues that have been plaguing the state for the past few years, and a lot of information and work studies on those. And I can see where we're going to need a lot of work there. There's been some issues about the wolves, and I think that will continue to come up and surface as well. The wolves are, have been a big issue in our state. And these are important issues that we're going to have to face. And then there is a bill that we've had a hearing on about ivory, trading in ivory. And that has been quite a contentious bill. There's been a lot of people in there and on both sides of this issue. So it's not over yet. We're going to continue with this bill to see where we go on that.
You recently spoke on the House floor about the importance of passing Joel's Law, which passed 98-0 in the House. Do you believe the legislature can do even more to address mental health concerns?
Well, I do. I think that our young people there's major issues on our mental health out there with our young people, and there is more we can do. And I'm sure this bill could go farther. I didn't know this bill was there in the very beginning, or I'd have signed on as a sponsor, I would have. But, it does give parents an opportunity to help their children when they realize the issues that are there. The parents probably know their children better than anybody. So, and they can tell when they're off balance and they need some help. And I think that's important that we have that tool in place so our parents, can look at their kids. And in my case especially, is I can see sometimes when a child needs some help and I can give them direction. It's really important. Can we go farther? I believe we can go farther. But we do need to prop up our mental health system and give these young people an opportunity. And many of them have come through the foster parent program as well, and help them through their issues, their core issues, and so we don't have to face this as we go down the road. They don't have to face these serious issues as they grow older.
You and your fellow 13th District lawmakers recently wrote a letter to President Obama, and you are the prime sponsor of a memorial to President Obama concerning the West Coast port slowdown. Can you tell me more about that?
Well, this West Coast port slowdown is costing our state, untold millions of dollars. Our products are sitting here, they're not moving. We are the most trade-dependent state in the nation, and we need to get our products moving, from our Timothy Hay in Ellensburg to our French fries out of Moses Lake to our apples out of Wenatchee. We need to move this stuff. It has to start going, as well as what we import, to serve our carbon fiber plant in Moses Lake, Boeing, things like this. We're kind of a tough spot here. So myself and Representative Manueller and Senator Warnick sent a letter to the President asking for presidential and congressional action, let's have some intervention here and get something moving. We need some relief. And it's more than just for our people, it's also for the state. Without our products moving, when we put ourselves into a slowdown or we stop our progress, we're going to stop the revenue of the state as well. And I think that's very important that we think about this. And I have sponsored a memorial that I will drop today. It has strong bipartisan support, and it's basically asking the House of Representatives to do the same thing that we did in our letter, just to back us up. It's basically what it's about. We're asking the President for presidential and congressional involvement in this very serious situation.